This is Derek Garber, owner of Tallahassee Trademark and Clothing Company. He's here to answer some of our questions today. And would you please introduce yourself?
Like you said, my name's Derek Garber. I started Tallahassee Apparel my freshman year of college, and been running it ever since.
So, what made you decide to open up your own business?
Well, I was talking over with my parents right before I came to school at FSU, and I was telling them, I don't really want a job just because of the hours, but I want to make money on my own. And they said, "Oh, that's a great idea." So I started thinking, and I heard the term Tallahassee a lot, looked it up. No one had ever trademarked it before. No one had ever made clothing with it before. So I decided to start doing that on my own.
So, would you say that your parents gave you the inspiration to start your own business, or where did you get the inspiration?
Yeah, it would be my parents and specifically my dad and uncle because they both started their own business together right out of college, and it was very successful and led to pretty much my idea of starting my own.
Okay, thank you. How much time, money, and planning did it take before you decided to open Tallahassee?
Tallahassee probably took about 2 months of time, money, and planning. Started with just coming up with the idea, getting the connections for the inventory, all the legalities with the lawyers and everything else for the copyright and trademark office. So about 2 months.
Okay. And how did you go about finding a location for your business?
We're not really like big enough to have an actual commercial site for my company, but I do. It's based mainly online, so we ship out of. I keep all the inventory in my house and just ship it out of there.
And for the financials, how did you obtain the startup capital to start or to trademark Tallahassee?
Well, throughout high school, I worked several part-time jobs in construction, Gander Mountain, several other things. Then also I worked for my dad, and the last summer right before school, made a significant amount to be able to start up.
Now, to market Tallahassee, how, what, and where did you advertise to promote your business to try and get the most clientele?
Marketing wise, it was all pretty much all through social media and word of mouth. Used Facebook advertising, which is very very key to like my sort of business. It directly advertises to people who are interested in the subjects that I believe would be convincing for a Tallahassee shirt or hat or so on. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, and the legality of it, what are the licensing requirements for your business for trademarking Tallahassee?
Well, like in the name, it is trademark, so I have to go through a trademark and copyright lawyer, and he went through and processed all the paperwork to get the actual trademark to secure the name. And then also I made the business an LLC. Even though it's a retail business, you never know with liabilities.
Okay, and how long did it take to trademark that?
The whole process took about 6 to 7 months. It started with just filing a couple paperwork all the way until revising until it was perfect.
Did you run into any legal troubles or since you've owned the business?
I ran into 2 cases of 2 bigger companies that were using my trademark without my permission, and they were making profits off it, which is against the law. So I did open up a lawsuit against them. We're still involved in it, and that's pretty much where it's going now.
Okay, thank you. And do you use any information technology to help you run your business? If so, what kind?
Like I said earlier, do the Facebook advertisements. Also, I off GoDaddy.com bought a domain name and manage a website and keep that updated. And also, I use Google Analytics to help me with fixing up the website. It tells you how many clicks I get, what people view how many people view it per day, and so on.
Okay. And for personnel wise and employees and such, how do you select potential employees that you will trust, and how do you build trust?
I judge trust off character. Pretty much within the first 5 minutes of meeting someone, you can kind of tell inside whether you're going to be able to trust them or not with pretty much with your money and your trust throughout the business.
Okay. And what do you think is the most important quality in an employee?
I would say the most important quality in an employee would be motivation, because in a business like mine, without motivation to sell, the shirts will just sit there. The products need to be moved to make money.
Okay. And how do you decide among interested family members who play a role in the business? And do you do business with family?
Um, yeah, I'm not against doing business with family at all. Like I said, my dad and uncle started their own business and it worked out great. I actually plan on having my little brother, who will become an FSU right when I graduate, probably take over the business, and hopefully he can expand it himself. And hopefully that all works out.
And have you talked to your brother about how to manage, or does he have any sales or retail background?
At the moment, he doesn't, and I'll be in school for 1 year while he's also at school. And within that year, I can mentor him and get him ready to take it over.
Perfect. How many different positions are available to apply for your business?
Well, I'm a very small business, so I don't have many positions available, but I'm always seeking partnership opportunities to expand the business into the next level and really grow.
If you were to find an employee doing something wrong, what are the disciplinary actions before you fire and make the decision to let go of an employee?
Well, since, like I said, the business is very small, really any theft or any big mistakes is a big hit on the company percentage wise. So there's not very many disciplinary actions that happen before I would let them go. It would pretty much just be on to the next one.
How has owning your own business, aside from your parents' business, impacted you and your family?
It's probably impacted my family just because it gives me a sense of pride in what I do, and that reflects on with my relationship with my parents and siblings, and they're all proud of me, and it works out.
Into the future, what do you see this company growing into?
I can possibly see it actually growing significantly in the Tallahassee area. It is pretty directly just a word and used in the Tallahassee area, but also to the surrounding cities where a lot of kids are interested in the school. I can see it growing significantly, being in stores and building the online store.
And do you plan on doing more than just t-shirts?
Yeah, I actually just have designs for hats, sunglasses, sunglass holders, tank tops, jackets, and so on.
Would you mind telling me a bit about your professional background prior to starting your own company, or have you always worked for yourself?
Like I said, throughout high school, a couple part-time jobs. I have been involved in my dad's business a lot throughout my whole life. And just recently, I started interning with Raymond James Financial Services. And all of those things added together, my background in retail, working at Gander, my background in finance, working for Raymond James, and business management with my dad, it's all helped to build my own.
And on a day-to-day basis on running Tallahassee, what are some things that you have to do to keep it running and keep it a success?
On a day-to-day basis, we have to update social media, update the website, check on the Google Analytics, review inventory, see if we need to order more, and see what products we're running low on, and so forth.
What is the worst experience you've had while operating your business, and what did it teach you?
Worst experience would probably be when I first started the online store. I had an order of several shirts, and the processing just got screwed up, and the shipment never went to the customer, and I didn't realize it for just about a month, and they were very upset that they never got their product and they spent the money for it. And I sent them their money back and sent them the free shirts for my apologies. And what I learned is you just got to be on top of your business. You got to make sure everything's flowing right constantly.
What is it that makes you feel your business is a success?
I feel it's a success when people in the surrounding area, pretty much anyone I tell that, I trademark the word and I build shirts with it, I just see a smile come on their face, and the word makes it's a great conversation piece, and I see people enjoy it when they're wearing the shirts and when they talk about it.
Okay. And what is the best advice you can give someone starting out or starting their own business?
Best advice would probably be everyone can come up with $1,000,000 ideas, but the difference between the guy living on the street and the guy living in the mansion is putting that idea to work.
Derek Garber, I appreciate you for your time, and thank you for talking to us about Tallahassee today. That's all the questions I had for you, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Zach.